And we're here. We're back. Everything is in the process of exploding or having exploded recently, so we got that going for us. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Things are exploding even more.
I did not mean that seriously, game.
I did not realize I titled my stream so appropriately. Everything is exploding. Diamond weapon is back.
Oh no, it's a weapon.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's not been explicitly clear that there are, like, multiple weapons, unless you found the one in the water, but, like, that's an optional thing, so...
Oh, and we saw him, and then he swam away, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, but that's again, right, because now he's active in the water, and we have to be careful. That's
yeah.
Right.
But, you know, it's optional to see that, so you might not know that there are multiple weapons. So, as far as you know at this point, it is just weapon.
Uh-huh. Oh no, red alert! Oh my god, Bean's commentary is wonderful.
There's still thousands. Marlene's his adopted daughter, remember?
Gotcha, okay. I couldn't remember the name.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, the as long as she's safe, who cares? I don't know if I agree with that. There are still thousands of people that live in that city. If not more. I don't know what the exact number is. And Beans, like, calls him out on being a little hypocritical, you know, because, like, you've killed people. You are a terrorist.
Yep.
So yeah, you can actually, like, see him, like, you know, coming to the water here. You can go, like, and then, you know, Hubert gets mad at you. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to land on the ground. If I do the right thing, I did the wrong thing. R5 level 13! He's getting crazy. You get on the ground and you wait for him. Stomping closer. We'll throw out a safety save here just so we don't have to watch that cutscene again. In case I just get, like, demolished by this guy. Hey Blue, welcome in! Come on! You ain't got nothing, big ears. Come here. We're apparently trying to save the city of Midgar because this thing is just stomping its way towards it like Godzilla. Oh, he's turning. He's turning. He's trying to juke me. How are you? I basically am fighting Godzilla over here. That didn't work. Magic works. Okay, we can do that. Okay, have fun at the doctor. Try not to, you know, be diagnosed with every disease. Small cases tentacle face is okay. Like that's ideal, I think. Honestly. I'm doing some damage to this guy. He is just not going down. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh, you know what I forgot I can do? Hang on. It's Lurk's turn again. We have the new Bahamut to summon. Oh no, I killed it before I summoned it. Holy crap! I got like 2 levels out of that. And that wasn't even like a hard fight. It was just kind of long. That's still just a ridiculously big gun. And it caused a city-wide blackout to charge up the shot.
Very classy.
The sonic boom shattered the windows of the tower.
Well, yeah, you can't be chill about this sort of thing. Oh, look, it's Rufus. Was that Rufus?
That was Rufus,
Did I
yeah.
have that name right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Dude, weapon just went like full Super Saiyan.
He's firing missiles everywhere. Like, Christ. We're just flying in circles around his head, and I don't mind this.
You can't target what you can't, what you're spinning around at. Ooh, that was, whoa. Was that the cannon?
Yeah.
Okay, so the cannon can knock a weapon down.
It punched a hole in its chest.
Like I said, knock it down.
And they weren't even aiming at the weapon. The weapon just happened to be in the way.
Okay, that is terrifying, genuinely.
They took down the shield that was protecting Sephiroth. And now the city is just under attack. And here is Rufus in the tower. Just boom. Investigate the northern crater now. It is now confirmed who is piloting Beans. Hojo's over here doing something to the gun. Whoosh. We're off to Midgar to stop Hojo from feeding Sephiroth more Mako energy. All transportation from the slums cut off. But we have an airship! I love that we're about to Halo jump into Midgar. Yeah, is one of my favorite bits. Like, we're just about to, like, just airdrop our way in. Let's see. We want to keep the party we've got. Yep, I think we're good there. Yes. We're going in! Even Dog's coming. Yeah. I mean, limitations of the PS1. You can forgive a few things. Make this a separate save just for safety reasons. I honestly forgot I had this on.
Okay, did you level up or are you just changing his build?
At the moment, I'm changing his build, but we have also leveled up. So.
Okay. Well, I had a call come in, so I had to look away for a minute. I came back and you're just in his build, and I'm like, oh no! What did I miss?
I mean, we airdropped into Midgar. You saw that.
Yes. I was able to pay about 60% attention for the most part, but I had to...
Yeah, frankly, that's all you need to pay attention. You know what? Just so we can see what it is. It's absolutely overkill, but
Is he using a sewer thingy, a sewer grate as a shield,
Yes,
or
he
a
is.
hat?
The
Okay.
manhole cover is a protective device.
I mean, it's a really good impromptu device. Like, first off, no judgment on choice.
So this is the new Bahamut we got.
Oh, it has extra. Oh, it has extra wings. I'm gonna do that thing. This isn't anything. Beam breath. Okay. No, it calls down an orbital strike.
It is the orbital strike.
Oh God!
I knew it was overkill, but I wanted to see it.
Sorry, that's like calling Superman in against an anthill.
Pretty much, yeah.
I can't stop giggling. That was so insane.
But it was worth it.
Oh my gosh, that was brilliant. Oh, that's
Can you chill? Stop shooting. Please?
probably not. I mean, they are the enemy.
And now you can resume shooting. I just wanted a chance to heal myself. That's it.
Valid. Oh my gosh. I just tried to write the word sports. I wrote the word sprouts.
I mean, maybe sprouts are sporting from your mind.
Or sports are sprouting from my mind. I don't know. Or I just want a sandwich. Anything could be true.
It did occur to me about 5 minutes ago that I haven't actually had anything to eat yet today.
I said the magic words. We should probably both feed ourselves in this soon.
I will, like, when it's break time, I will probably take a slightly longer break and go grab myself, like, a snack and a drink.
Wholly valid.
But it's not break time yet, so it's not happening just yet. What was that thing? I stole it from the weapon. It was... Oh, it's a weapon for Whitney. See that chest over there too. You gotta figure out how to get that. I have an idea of how to get it, but it's going to involve a lot of ladder climbing and running around. But that's fine. That's what we're doing here. Oh no. It was a tarp. Where was Admiral Akbar when I needed him?
There was a trap and it was not announced. How rude. That is a soundbite I do need to get for my server. It's a trap. It's a trap. I need to find that soundbite and put that on my server. That would be a fun one.
If I remember when I'm not streaming, I can get it for you in like 5 minutes.
I will try and remember to ask you later then.
Starlight Foam. That'd be something for beans, and oh good, it's a behemoth. Haven't run into one of these yet.
I want to pet it.
Yeah, I mean they're cool, but if you recall, in like every other like Final Fantasy game, these things have positively demolished me.
Yeah.
They're like one of the hardest, just like enemies in the game. You know, not boss kind of things.
At least you've got haste and a bunch of break limits to hit him with. Ow.
Ow. But that's why we haste the mage. They are stereotypically weak to ice. I don't remember if these ones are. He didn't care for it. Didn't do as much damage as the water break, but he didn't care for it.
Does it tell you how much your max damage would have been if it already kills it, or does it only give you the amount of damage that it took to kill it?
It just tells you what damage you did, whether or not that killed it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I mean, it could have had 5 hit points left. It could have had 2,000. I have no.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to get make sure I don't miss any items. So I'm like running around a lot extra.
After having missed the last thing, totally valid.
That was the thing I dropped in the orbital strike on, by the way. That's how easy that was to actually kill.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It still gave me great joy to watch the giant boom occur.
It was funny.
Oh, it was hilarious. Okay, I do not love that guy's like little saws thing. Okay, good, he's dead. I love how Lurk just casts gun.
Yeah. They don't know this secret. They don't know I have a gun! Still isn't maxed out, jeez. Alright. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, I can cast Ultima now! I'm gonna have to do that.
What can you cast now?
Oh, I can cast Ultima now. Remember, it was the one I had to level up the materia before I could even cast it.
Right, right.
But I can do that now.
Hooray!
That is just the trap. So here, hop down, go up this thing. Come up here. Go up the ladder. Now let's get that. Still need to figure out how to get down there. I think I know how. It's gonna be a bit of a backtrack, but I think I know how. Back up here. Back up this ladder. Go back through this tube. So I can come back down this ladder. Not a small tank trying to shoot me in the back. You fool! You activated my trap card. There is imagery I've been debating telling you about because I think you would absolutely love it, but I'm also thinking it might be better if it was a surprise. But I don't know if you're ever actually going to stumble across it. So I will tell you. In the Final Fantasy VII Remake, you get to see Dog riding a chocobo.
I love it.
It is just as derpy as you think it is.
I mean, anytime you get animals riding animals, it always just makes me giggle happily. It's definitely Swiss Family Robinson energy.
I mean, can I not? Did I lock myself out of that with that trap?
Sad.
Oh, is there no way? I know what path I need to take. I'm just trying to think if there's a way I can actually get to it. ride that pole down. Nope. Dang it. Set this platform over here. There's gotta be something I can do. Mildly bummed if there isn't. Dang it. I missed a couple of chests. Unless I get an option to circle back later, which I don't think I do, but... we just airdropped into Midgard. Is where we are in the game. We're not that much further than when you were last watching, I think. Yeah, that limit break has the chance to instant kill any like lesser enemy. Pretty good.
You missed the limit break earlier, just decimating. We got Bahamut out and just wiped out some poor little
that's
guy.
not limit break. That's just a summon. I can just do that.
Oh, I thought that was a limit break.
No, that's a summon. I can just do that.
I'm gonna go mute myself and make some very excited noises now.
Would you be more or less excited if I told you there's also mimic materia in this game?
I'm gonna go lose my mind now.
Would you be more or less excited if I told you that's not even the summon you want to mimic to beat the game in 2 or 3 hits? I don't remember Alexander beating this one. Oh, what was that, Nix?
I said I'm going to self-censor so you still have ears, but lots of shrieking at the same time.
There is a summon that is, to my knowledge, exclusive to this game. Minus some references to it, I think, in 14, maybe? But you have to get a gold chocobo to get it. You have to do, like, all of the chocobo side quests to get this summon. But if you can summon this summon and mimic it, like, once or twice, you will beat the final boss in just, like, 2 or 3 hits.
Please tell me that it is just like a Giga Chocobo.
No, it is not, unfortunately.
Dad, do you know how funny it would be if it was just a big bird that like runs up and pecks you to death?
It would be pretty funny.
I'm slightly disappointed that the Chocobo are beholden, like you have to do that, but Chocobo are not involved in the summon.
I'm trying to decide like how much I want to go for that particular strategy because it's a ton of time to go do that. It's like I will definitely do some Chocobo side stuff for sure. I don't know if I want to do all the Chocobo side stuff. Yeah, you have to, like, catch very specific, like, temperaments of Chocobo, breed them together, win them in various races, so they reach certain ranks in the Chocobo Racing League, to breed those, to get different ones, to breed those, like, oh, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It sounds like it's a lot.
If I do it, it will be with a guide. I'm saying that flat out right now.
Valid.
You can talk them out of this fight. It's kind of funny.
I mean, I suppose it does make sense that you can try and intimidate them at some point.
Well, and at this point, like, Shinra as a company is just gone. President Shinra is destroyed, like, was blown up. The building got blown up. Half of the members have been killed or blown up by something. Like,
yeah.
So it really is one of those just like you can fight him, or you can just be like, nah. And they'll be like, alright, you got it. Not all of them. Like the first few absolutely do not. It's not really until like 4 or 5 that you start to see that. And there's actually one specifically that I can think of where it is if you spend too much time, you don't get it. You have to like rush through the game. Actually, no, I can think of 2 where it's like that. Final Fantasy IX has the Excalibur 2, which you have to get to where you can get to that chest within, like, I want to say 3 hours of game time, which is basically speedrunning the game in order to be able to get the Excalibur 2 in Final Fantasy IX. And then I forget what the name of the weapon is in 12. But there's a weapon in 12 that you can only get if you go through the game quickly and don't loot certain chests. Well, it depends on which 13 you're talking about there, T. Beans coming out of the door there. Oh, yeah, I'm absolutely not needing to be here anymore. This is still that super low level stuff. Go the wrong way. Do I need to go back? Was I going the right way the first time? Yeah, I'm not sure which one you're talking about there, T. I don't know if I can answer that question for you. I mean, 7 has that. Because it's got Ruby Weapon, which might be what you're thinking of. Not exactly a dragon, but that might be what you're thinking of. I don't remember... I don't remember the super bosses in the first 13, but when you get down to... when you leave Cocoon, you do get onto the thing that could be a desert area that I'm just not remembering. I will say 13-2 is probably not that one, and 13-3 is definitely not that one. You spend pretty much the entirety of 13-3 inside that city. So if it's any of them, I would guess the first one, but I don't remember what you're talking about. It is 13-3? Really? I don't remember that at all. Although, in my defense, when you've played as many Final Fantasy games as I have, they do kind of blur together in your head a little bit. But it is time for us to take a quick break, so we are going to do that. Now, I say a quick
Huzzah.
break, but today's break is going to be a little bit longer than usual, probably closer to 10 or 15 minutes, because I need drink and snack. So we will return shortly. Alright, we are back. I apologize for that super long break. That was just, everything was ended up taking way longer than it should have. But we're here. We're live again. Uh-oh. My game may have just crashed. That's annoying. I'll have to redo some of that. Hello? Computer? Wake up, please. Oh, come on. Stop that. Why are you going to be like this, Mom? Come on. There we go. Oh, no, now you're going to be like this.
Well,
okay.
hello.
Hello. I'm having a moment, apparently.
No worries. Take your time. I have been taking care of voicemails while you've been away. My food is on its way. Hooray!
So that was absolutely a situation where everything that could have gone wrong went wrong there. That was fun.
Sad. What happened?
Well, first, my break took way longer than I thought it was going to because just traffic and everything was just slowing me way down. What should have been 10 minutes ended up being like 20 minutes while I waited for like an entire convoy of semis to go past. So that was annoying. But then I get back, go to resume the stream, and the game just crashes. That's annoying. I go to try and fix that, and my monitor just poops itself, and that's annoying. I go to fix my monitor tries to fall off the desk. Like,
rude. So basically everything just was like, you, all at once.
It's like, you are going to go back and do this again. So. Now, silver lining to that, I can get those chests I missed.
Well, you know, there's always that. Still, very rude of the game and everything else to be like that, but at least there's an upside to it.
So, silver lining, like I said, it was one of those situations where everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, but we're back, we're here, things are resuming.
Hooray!
I really should come up with like a technical difficulties screen for my stream.
You should. That would be so funny. Just like, please hold. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties.
But it would have to have like the Monty Python intermission music going with it.
See, I was just thinking of using the that scene from the British version of Tech Crowd, where it's just like, IT, have you tried turning it off and on again? Click.
IT Crowd is so good.
The original was so good. The US attempt at a remake was just
I have not
awful.
seen the US attempt at a remake. I have seen the original IT Crowd, and it's great. There are so many jokes that, especially if you work in IT,
in
it's
IT,
so
you
good.
you cry, you're laughing so hard every episode. Like, it is such a good show. Yeah, the US keeps trying to take like all of the BBC shows that do well and steal them, and some of them do better in the US than others. I know that The Office, like everybody swears by the US Office.
Yeah.
I do not understand that. I do not understand the attraction to that show. IT Crowd, I think, did really well in the UK. I did not find the US version interesting because it literally it felt like it was a scene for scene just remake, and
Well,
it
and
was
so
just
many of
kinda
the
like,
jokes are British humor that wouldn't quite land the same as somebody who isn't like
well, and
familiar
that
with
was
the
it.
background of that humor, you know.
They basically took all the British jokes out. They tried to replace them with US jokes that just were not funny, but like they fit the time that you had to tell the joke.
Yeah.
So it was like, and then like they kept some of the jokes that were British jokes, but they're the kind of British jokes that US just doesn't get. So unless you're aware of British humor, that really dry, acerbic, just like the ability to look at someone and ask them a question, and they know, and the audience knows that you just called them an imbecile in the most sarcastic way possible, because now they have to answer your question and confirm that they are in fact an imbecile. There is no escaping it. And that humor works really well in British humor. And
Jen,
it does
this
not
box
hold up.
is the internet.
Exactly. Some of those jokes.
The High
just
Council
don't hold
gifted
up.
it to us for this event.
Oh God, some of their things that they would tell the managers were the best, because they're the things that IT does tell managers. That was the one problem I had with the IT Crowd, was when I was working IT and like managers in non-IT departments would watch it and be like, "Hey," and we're like, "Stop watching the cheat show. they're giving away our cheat codes."
Hands down, my favorite joke in the IT Crowd is the episode where they all go play hooky and they're coming back and the bomb squad is trying to deal with the suspicious package. They don't catch it in time until they're standing next to the suspicious package. The robot is having problems and they're like, "Have you tried turning it off and on again?" "Yes." "What operating system is it running?" "Windows Vista." "We're going to
There's
die."
There's our problem.
Just the immediate turn of "we're going to die."
Yup. Another one that they did was the Almost Human show, or whatever it was called, which was the one about the vampire, the werewolf, and the ghost. That
What We Do in the
all lived
Shadows?
together. No,
Oh.
no. What We Do in the Shadows is Taika Waititi's vampires. No, it was a BBC show, and it's a show about two guys who move into a house. And it turns out that the house is haunted by a young woman. And over the course of the show, you find out that the two guys are a vampire and a recently turned werewolf, who the only housemate he can find is a vampire. And you find out over the course of time why the ghost is in that house and what her bond to the house is and everything. And they have several seasons. They introduce additional, like obviously vampires. They introduce additional werewolves. There's interesting romance arcs between different groups. It was a really, really well done show. And then the US decided to make their own version of it. Hot garbage.
Yeah. Which,
Like, I
on that
thought
note, did
that
you watch the video I linked yesterday about like the American movies versus British movies?
I don't
The
remember.
Eddie Izzard?
I've been having some really bad brain fog where I watch things and then I don't remember if I watched them. So I do not recall. I watched a bunch of things that you guys posted. I don't know if I got through all of them.
5 minutes worth of your time for sure. It's Eddie Izzard, who is great. But also, while
If
I
it's
was
Eddie Izzard, I've probably seen it before.
yeah, it's great. But also, while I was out on break, so for the audience here, before the stream, Nick and I were talking a little bit about how to make a televangelist in D&D. While I was out on my errands for a stream break, I was struck by the inspiration of how to do it perfectly, to the point where once I tell you how to do this, I think you're gonna get a little mad for how good it works, because of how mad I got for how good it works.
I feel like a televangelist really needs to be a warlock, though.
That's it. It's a warlock with a custom patron that only gives them spells that give people temporary HP.
Oh, I love it. Like, maybe healing word, like, maybe you get healing word, like, maybe you get cure wounds, like some of the low-level healies, like, maybe you get access to those. But yeah, you're a warlock, because the entire thing is, you have to get something back for your patron for every heal you cast. Whether that's like you demand payment or, you know.
Well, and they're charisma-based
favors.
casters, so you got all the charisma going on.
Mm-hmm.
You get the custom patron because they don't. They always have their own like weird church religion. So you just say whatever, like, you know, I am the patron saint of, you know, Saint Mary's Grace of the following flowers or whatever, you know.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could just be like, I am the chosen of, you know, Ubergal. Who's Ubergal? An ancient dragon that, you know, everyone's just gonna be like, what the absolute F?
But yeah,
Could be so
it
funny.
was the temp HP thing that I was like, that's it. So I went and got those 2 items I missed, and they were useful items, but not essential items, so.
Okay. All of that, and it's not even a big deal item.
I mean, it was an elixir and a mega elixir, so useful, absolutely useful, but,
Yeah.
you know, not on the scale of the Leviathan scales that I missed.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me, I need to swap out the materia for the gal getting in again, because he's got a materia on him that he don't need. I think I put it on him forever ago just to, like, fill a slot that he had, but... What did I put on? I put Odin on, I think? Yeah. No, I don't want to put Odin on. I don't know what to put on there. No, we'll do that. We'll do that. Which reminds me, I still need to see what that summon does. I don't remember what that summon does. I picked up a summon that I had no memory of that I need to have the Galg use so I can maybe refresh my memory of it. Or it's entirely possible it's one I've just not seen. I've beaten this game a handful of times over the years, but I don't know if I've ever actually, like, 100%ed it, you know? Oh, dang it. I was gonna have the Gal use the skill and I already forgot. Alright, let's see what this thing is. Udratha. Tetra Disaster. Okay, I don't remember that one, but that was a lot. See all the stuff that just happened there?
I unfortunately was saving a note, so I missed it. What did I miss?
I'll do it again, but it's just like There's a lot of things that happened during that summon. What is Sister Ray? What is it? No, that wasn't Sister Ray. That was Magic Ray or something. What was that? Sister Ray's the big gun. Max Ray. Okay, it's a Mac weapon.
I'm surprised. I would have expected the big gun to go to Lurk, but that makes sense.
Well, no, Sister Ray's the big gun that we're trying to stop. Like the one that was,
gotcha.
taking down weapons on its way to something else. Lurk's good. He's not that good. This time I'll save the game here. Hey, you got the cat. You show him who's boss, Mac. That's slow on me. You suck. You know what? I'm just not even gonna deal with you guys. Get out of here. There we go. That was weird. Oh, let me remind. I'm gonna try and show you that summon this time, so you can see what it was. If you got alert, just bust cap. Blue goes and throws some punches. To here. Alright, here's the summon. It's a lot. Oh, I just realized I stopped streaming in Discord. No!
I wasn't gonna say anything because I didn't want to stress you out. I've just been watching it on the Twitch stream.
Either one's fine. But, you know, I looked over and I saw the thing wasn't there and I was like, oh wait! It takes me like half a second to fix it. It's already fixed, so...
Fair, yeah. Like I said, I wasn't gonna say anything. You'd had enough other stuff. I was just gonna let it be.
It's dog! The cannon's not that way. Well, where the heck is this stupid cannon? It's not the other way, because I went over that way and Beans was like, it's not that way.
I hadn't realized that I was missing out on the combat sounds until I clicked on the Discord again.
Yeah. Oh, is my stream muted or something?
Yeah, I keep it down so that way I don't have the overlay of voices.
Oh, fair.
I also especially I'm one of those weird autistics that really hates hearing their own voice ever.
I think anytime I hear my voice, it doesn't sound like me. I think it's somebody else, like, most of the time. I'm like, that's not what I sound like.
I know it's my voice. Like, I do know that on a logical level, but it weirds me out hearing my voice, because we never sound like ourselves to our own ears.
Yeah. W item. I don't remember that. Oh, use 2 items at once. Okay. Alright, so now we gotta find out where this cannon is. It is somewhere between Junction 7 and Junction 3. Fighting these things is kind of annoying because they cast slow on me, which is already part of the problem. But also they get to do it twice in a row, which is part of the problem. And also it takes forever for them to cast slow. Wall. It's also the Junction 1. How much extra
hang on. That's the wall. Another wall, huh? I am not sure where I'm supposed to go, man. Place to check other paths. What the heck? That's where I came in. Oh, I gotta do this bit. That's right. I don't know, Nick, do you think we should fight the Turks this time or just convince them not to fight again?
The intimidation was fun, but do you get more points for fighting them, I guess?
I mean, you get no experience or money for not fighting them. It's just you don't
Yeah.
lose the resources either, so.
I'd say fight him,
Okay.
but I'm feisty, so.
I just had a vague memory. We might not fight him either way. Like, okay, yeah, no, you do fight him. This is, I believe, the only time you can try and fight Elena? Come on. Oh, you done goof now. You get to see Lurk's final limit break. He's just a straight up vampire lord.
Oh, no. Chaos Saber. Oh, you going down. You're all going down. Oh, wow. Oop, lose that limit break.
Satan
Hooray,
slam.
hooray. Oh, they're boned.
Oh no! Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully Lurk can finish him in his limit break. Because I no longer have the ability to control him or heal anybody. Nope, that's it. We lost.
Dad.
Stu's got to do all that again. Oh, come on. I can do this. That is the downside to Lurk's limit breaks, is you just lose control of him.
Yeah.
way back down to 0, then all the way back up to 7, so I can get the treasure chests along the way. This time I'll save again at that save point it offered me that I just didn't think I needed. Okay, it is time to take another quick little break. So we're going to do that, but during this break, I'm going to try and get us back to where we were. So you're not going to miss anything.
Fair
I'm
enough.
just going to try and use that time to my advantage. we're back live. I'm almost back where I was. I went all the way down, grabbed all the stuff, and working on my way back.
Nice.
The other, I just thought this. The other thing we would do to fix the Warlock Televangelist, all spells they cast that deal damage deal psychic damage.
I'm sorry, I got a little bit sidetracked by reading up on the results of the Afroman. This is the dumbest thing ever. The Afroman defamation case. I don't know if you were following that at all.
Not really.
So the music artist who did the song "Because I Got High,"
Yeah.
he was by the performance name Afroman. So I guess a couple years ago, Ohio deputies raided his home, looking specifically for drug trafficking and kidnapping evidence, because he'd been accused of those specific two things. So they broke down the doors, raided the home, found nothing, left his house in just a mess, because they did, and they left. So he took his security home footage from it and posted it, and he did a bunch of songs and ended up releasing a little like mini album of like 5 or 6 songs making fun of the police department for this and whatnot. And a bunch of 7 deputies sued him for defamation and doxing. And he's like, "You're public figures. It's not doxing. You came into my home in your uniforms with your names. It's not doxing to say you were there. It's not defamation to say that you destroyed my house and had a tantrum about a lemon pound cake that was in my kitchen. It's all on video." They literally took him to court. He won.
Oh yeah, no, like...
Apparently they played one of his songs. It is a 15-minute track. They played it with the specific deputy that was saying that particular song was incredibly dangerous, made him sit on the stand while they played the entire 15-minute song, and the guy broke down in tears. He was so embarrassed. And I'm just like, we need more people putting cops on stands and making them cry out of embarrassment.
I don't know about cry, but, making them at least accountable.
But I would be happy to see more bad apples brought to tears as they were held accountable in the court of public opinion.
The actual bad
okay
apples, yes, but I'm also saying, like, the ones who just make honest mistakes still need to be held accountable, but they don't necessarily need to be brought to tears.
Well, and I think these people deserve to be made to cry because they literally destroyed his home, and then because he said they destroyed my home, they said, "Oh, that's defamation."
It's not, though. Like,
exactly.
Well,
and this is why I believe that stupidity should be punishable by pain.
even like if saying that was a falsehood, free speech would allow him to make the songs about it if he wanted.
And that's how he won, was you can't call it defamation when I'm using my free speech to
Express
tell
how
my
I feel.
side of the story and express my feelings about this thing that was done that has already been proven that I was wronged. Because you found nothing. You were not justified coming here and doing this.
I would push back on the phrasing on that a little bit. They may or may not have been justified in coming to the house if they had probable cause and got the warrant.
They claim they
Destroying the
had
house.
probable cause, but they're like, the thing is, from what I'm reading, the quote-unquote evidence of kidnapping and drug trafficking was all hearsay. There was nothing substantiated, and they still got a warrant.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, may or may
So
not have had probable cause, may or may not have had reason to be there. Destroying the house was unwarranted.
Yeah, they did have a warrant. They did have, therefore, a legal right to entry. I will acknowledge that. But the reason for the warrant was invalid, and therefore invalidates their legal right to entry. And that is why I'm saying they didn't actually have a justified reason to be there. There was nothing substantiated, and they had no real evidence. That warrant was issued on hearsay. Hearsay warrants rarely stand up and are very rarely considered, when contested, to have been legal in the first place. You have to have a lot of stuff lined up for a hearsay warrant to really hold up in court. Because warrants are supposed to be only allowed when you have probable cause. They did not have, from everything that's being said, any probable cause to obtain that warrant. So, but either way, I just thought it was very funny that he managed to make someone cry simply by making them listen to the song again.
Well, everyone's gangster till they get caught. That was weird. Now I'm in a much better position for Lurk to use equipment break. I've got regen and haste on people.
Awesome.
I was able to steal the Minerva armband a lot sooner. Didn't have to waste 6 turns doing that. That is, but I'm interested.
I missed whatever we're interested in.
I stole something called a Zedric. Don't know what it is, but I'm interested. Oh, that was close. Oh, well, they're gone now. Okay, bye. I stole 2 things from him. I didn't get anything from Reno, unfortunately. So what were either of those things? Oh, they're both armor. Ooh, nullifies fire, cold, gravity, and holy damage. Or decreases all elemental attacks by half. Ooh.
That armor
But
sounds
no
epic.
materia slots.
Oh.
That's a rough trade-off. Oh, this fight. I remember this fight. This can't be. I imagine that's how Lurk talks, just like at all times. Bing, bing. Anti-weapon artillery. So, I know it's a little late now, but I was going to ask you this earlier. If you were going to
Okay.
name this thing, what would you name it?
I love that they named it the Proud Claude. That is a terrible name.
They kind of spoiled it there, but...
Let's see. I'm gonna get another look at it. If I was gonna name that, I probably would have named it the Giga something.
This is a good thing to call her an orbital strike for. You got your anti-weapon artillery? I got my anti-weapon artillery. Here you go, check this out. Kaboom!
Kaboom boom? We just recently finished watching the Futurama movies. And I love that Theo Wong is always, every time they talk about exploding anything, he's always, kaboom! You need that second boom. I don't know why, but it makes it so much more important when you say the second boom.
Why is it using all this advanced tech on us? If I was trying to pilot this thing, which granted, we've got Heidegger and Scarlet trying to pilot this thing. They're not the brightest individuals. I would just use the giant hands, grab, and then either stomp or throw or something. Like,
yeah, just grab and squish or grab and yeet. Like, there are so many ways that this fight could go badly. But fortunately, the enemies are just incompetent.
well, I mean, that's kind of the joke of, like, you know, Heidegger and Scarlet are kind of incompetent, and so they made this thing, which is just, like, not even a threat, really? Like, other than having, like, a lot of health. It does do that. But that's about all it's got going for it. Blue limit break, here we go! Punch the crap out of things.
Go, Blue, go!
Man, how much health does this thing
They have the smashies. I know this thing's taking forever to beat.
There we go. Ooh, we got Ragnarok. This is the proud Claude. It turned pink and then exploded. My attack power is going to go up 21 points. That's not bad. That is a almost 50% increase, probably like a 35% increase, something like that. I don't know.
Dang.
Trying to do
that's
rough
pretty
math in
good.
my head. Because I was at 75, so.
And it went up how much more?
21 points. So, yeah, 35 I think is a lot closer.
Yeah, about 30%, yeah.
What's that one? Oh, armor. Oh, it's just solid armor. Alright. Bye. Ow. I don't like how painful you are. I would appreciate it. Okay. Oh, jeez. That hurt. The random counter did more damage than the Proud Claude. And there's the one. Okay. can't hurt you if it doesn't have time to attack. Alright, come here, Hojo. It's not your son, Hojo. It was Gast's son. We're just trying to steal Gast's thunder because you're. This doesn't seem like a wise idea on Hojo's part, or very scientific, honestly.
Hojo! Hojo! Hojo!
It's okay, we're about to murder him.
Oh boy. Hojo, buddy, that was
He's a little green.
so dumb. Oh dear. Wahaha. Oh dear. Too bad Beans isn't here. They'd have somebody else that they could give a name to.
He brought some friends, too.
Oh, goody. With 9,999 HP each.
No, that's just how much it basically means they're full. Like, whatever it is.
Right. You're doing the hasties, that makes sense.
Oh, and the airstrike fire for effect. The Genova track is so good. So, T has asked me to stream the remake after I'm done with all the mainline Final Fantasies. I am still unsure because that's just a lot more Final Fantasy time. What do you think? Would you be interested in the remake?
Of this one?
Yes.
I thought this was the remake of this one.
No. So this is okay. I think I know where you're confused. This is the Steam port of the original version of this one.
Gotcha, okay.
Now Steam this year re-released its Steam port with controller support,
Right.
but it is not the remake of the game.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's up to you. You've been talking about playing through quite a few of them, so you've got yourself quite the commitment list already. But I'd say, you know, kind of feel it out when we get closer.
Well, so it would not be like, it would be after I'm done with all the other Final Fantasies. So right now the current plan is I do 7, I'm going to do then Crisis Core, then Dirge of Cerberus, and that'll be done with like the 7 block for a bit. Well, then we'll go play like 8, 9, 10, 10, 2, like, we'll go through the rest of the Final Fantasies. Then when that's done, we come back and do the 7 remake.
Like I said, I think like let's see where you're feeling when you get to that point. Because if you're just burned out on Final Fantasies, then that's that answer, you know.
Also, this is Hojo now.
Oh no. Hojo, oh no.
Oh, I blew up one of his arms.
It is my break time. I will be right back. I am going to go and let my dog out and do the things because it is my work break time.
Alright.
Every single time I take off my brace and stretch my hand, I am shocked by how stiff my hand has become.
That's me in the morning. Like my hands, like first thing in the morning, just are always feeling funky.
Makes sense. Like, I get that sometimes when I first wake up, but because I've been wearing the brace while having to tight, my palm is just like I have to I have to get my thumb between the bones of my fingers and like work out the stiffness. There we go. Once this sprain has healed up, I'm definitely gonna go in for getting a massage and ask them to focus on my hands and arms a bit.
Ooh, good counter crit. Add 2 in a row
Nice.
counters.
Ooh. I like when we can counter.
Dude, the build I put together for the Galg is not one I've really messed with before, but it's working.
Fair enough. Well, that's good. You know, sometimes it doesn't matter if it's been done before, so long as it works now, right?
Oh, I'm sure somebody's done it before. It's just not one I've done before.
Right, right.
I've been slowly trying to build him to be this absolute physical tank that covers the whole party and has a chance to counterattack every time he gets hit. So
Gotta love it.
it's kind of working actually.
Gotta love it more.
Alright, Hojo's gone, finally. He had 3 forms, like that ghost form was also Hojo. All of you, get off the ship. Find out your reasons for yourself. It is heavily implied that relations were had there. We'll make a big enough ruckus for everybody. Dog! Hey, putting it in all caps was probably the best choice we could have made.
What was that?
I said putting Dog's name in all caps is probably the best thing they could have done. We got Lurk. Bye, Lurk. Yeah, I mean, they're all fairly polygonal. And our airship transforms. We've got jet engines
Ooh,
now.
What does it transform into? Oh my, jet engines.
We don't need no stinking propellers.
So we're going, we don't need no stinking wind.
Yes, it does. Nine Sid is the king who got turned into an Oglop.
And an Ogloff is what?
I will leave that for you to discover when we get there.
Okay. Spoilers, gotcha.
Every single one of them except for 1 and 2, I think, all have SIDS in some capacity. Yeah, that is where Disc 2 ends. So we're now 2/3 of the way through the game. And that is where I was saying, like, Disc 3 doesn't have a whole lot of, like, main story. Because realistically, if we wanted to, we could go down into the crater, go through that whole dungeon, and beat the game. Now, we have access to the final dungeon. But there is so much other stuff to do. Which I believe we will start on tomorrow. We are going to wrap up here for today. Just pick somewhere to randomly land. Save the game. As always, appreciate everyone who shows up, chats, lurks, follows, whatever you want to do. Like I said, we'll pick this up tomorrow. We are going to start doing all the side stuff. We're going to try and get everyone's ultimate weapons, final limit breaks, that sort of thing. I may or may not go through the whole Chocobo thing. We'll see, but it's time to start doing that. So, yeah,